Hello everyone, myself Chetan Phalak, a student of NIQC. I've completed my Green Belt and Lean Manager certification from NIQC and currently pursuing my Black Belt certification from the same. I'm making this video as a part of a popularity round in the DN Business Excellence Award 2020. So my project is on Kaizen, which is continuous improvement. Let us go. I will just explain you about my project. So this is the project. The methodology used is PDCA, which is a PDCA plan to check act, which is a lean methodology. And based on this methodology, I have developed a global document in my team to help increase a first-time correct recommendation to the customers, as well as training guidelines to the freshers. So let us go to the slides. I'll be explaining you one by one. So, yeah. So first of all, let us go to the project documentation. So the primary aim of this PDCA project is to improvise on our first-time recommendation, correct recommendation to the critical and real issues of gas turbine and compressors. So in a nutshell, I will explain you what is my job currently in an organization. So we'll be getting up a time series data and we'll be of gas turbines and compressors, or you can say heavy machineries of pumps as well. So those time series data will be analyzing on weekly as well as monthly basis, and we will be finding out if there is any problem in the machine. So for example, if there is a bearing temperature, if it is rising, so we will be our job is to notify to the customer, and our notification will include observation, analysis of why the bearing temperature is increased. This is just an example. There can be other causes as well, and the recommendation. So the observation and the analysis part I have not included in this document. So what I feel is more important is the recommendation part to the customer, which I have focused on and I have worked on in this PDCA project. As we go forward, you will come to know about this, how this document has been made. So this document focuses on all the possible causes of a particular problem or issue into consideration. So all the possible causes of a particular problem. So when I say a particular problem, you can say, as I given up an example of a bearing temperature increase, there can be multiple issues in a gas turbine or a compressor, just like bearing temperature increase, there can be increase in vibration, there can be anything else. So auxiliary, there can be issues with the auxiliary systems. So one particular problem into consideration. So this document helps us to list down all the possible causes of one particular problem, so that if that particular problem arises in the future, we have a proper set of recommendations to give it to the customer. This is the aim. This is the aim of this document in a nutshell. So the documentation of causes will help reduce the time of a review process. So anything starts with R is a waste. So the review process, the time taken for the review process will also be reduced, which is a non-value added activity. So improved recommendations, detailed recommendations or improved recommendations will help increase customer satisfaction. This is something the very much goal of this project. And cross-skilling of the team members on different domains. So the team members have came from a different domain. So the team members came from a different domain. They can be cross-skilled. They can know about the other machines like the pumps or gas turbines or compressors. So this document will also help to train the freshers during their initial days in the workflow or the team. So this is a multi-purpose document which I have tried to prepare. So the methodology used is PDCA, which is a plan, do, check, act, in plan phase we aim for an improvement. In do phase we just do a pilot on a small scale. In a check phase we'll check the results of the pilot, and in an act phase we'll be creating a standard operating procedures and displaying the results. And so the plan here is to the first phase is a plan wherein I have included the business case, goals and benefits as well. So the business case is documenting critical alerts, as I said earlier, of different categories from every PU, which is PU means a production unit, and enlisting all possible causes of that particular issue to improve the quality of recommendation or the first time recommendation to the customer. So this will also help ensure a new joinee experienced or a fresher, anyone would be on the same page in accordance with the issues or troubleshooting of a particular issue. The goal of this project is to improve quality of first time recommendation, correct recommendation to the customer, and more detailed recommendation to the customer, so which we are lacking as of now. That's what I feel. So this is the reason I took on this project. So benefit are improving the first time correct recommendation will generate more saves. This is a different concept in our workflow. Saves I may not be explaining now, and eventually a positive effect on CSAT, which everyone knows, customer satisfaction survey. So will be having an positive impact on CSAT as well. This will help improve the customer relationship, and if the customer relationship is good, we will be getting more scope in and more scope add in the future for our workflow. So what is the plan? How I will be doing it? So this program has been started in 2016. It's been 4 years. I'll be categorizing all the instrumentation, all the issues into instrumentation and the real issues, and I'll be focusing on real issues. This is the first part. And creating a structured document, a document draft will be prepared. A draft has been prepared with the review, after reviewing with the managers, multiple reviews with the managers, and the draft has been finalized. And in that document containing all the issues and their possible causes, as I said earlier, using expertise, I'll be discussing with all the seniors and the team members, and final review with the managers on each and every issues and their possible causes. So the plan is find out the issue, discuss it with the senior, list down the possible causes, review it with the manager, and finalize. This is the plan. So in a do phase, I have did the pilot on my production unit. Itself. The process includes sorting of all the critical issues from past 3 years from the SharePoint. Also, I have included the customer comments and the mails from the MOMs and mails, and also final findings or troubleshooting from the PU engineer at site. So this will help us to bridge the gap between our first time recommendation previously and the final finding. So this documented final finding from the production unit will help us to give a better recommendation in the future. So fine tuning of the initial draft of the document in Excel after multiple reviews with the manager. This I have discussed earlier. So connecting with the seniors on weekly basis, I have connected with the seniors on weekly basis to discuss on each and every issue of heavy machinery, to understand each and every problem in detail and document all the possible causes of one particular issue into consideration. So the final review has been made final review has been made with the managers, and the causes has been finalized. In a check phase, I have checked with the peers and the seniors whether this document has improvised the quality of recommendation as well as understanding of a particular issue. So whether this document is helping them to improvise their understanding of a particular issue or not. I've checked with that, and collecting all this comments from all the PU engineers to show the progress to the manager. So this is what I've did it in check phase. So also I've checked whether the non-value added activity of reviewing the reports has reduced drastically or reduced considerably. In an act phase, so when everything has happened, I have prepared up the document, I've prepared up the pilot and check up the results. So in an act phase, documentation, so standard operating procedure for writing the recommendations and setting up standards for maintaining the document. This is very important for any of the project. At the end phase, we have to make up a standard operating procedure for maintaining the document. So this is what standard operating procedure I have made in an act phase, and checked with the results where I got up the three results where there is an improved quality of recommendations and first time recommendations, though there is a room for an improvement, and we will be working in the future on this as well. And troubleshooting of machinery issues with ease. So this document helps us to troubleshoot the issues, whether the person is a very senior or whether he is a fresher. He will be on the same page with the help of this document. So helping freshers during their initial days to understand the issues, because the freshers would have not seen up the machine and they would not be knowing what are the possible causes. So better referring this document, they can be on a same page, or better they can understand the issue in detail. So every project has a roadblocks, as you know. So the roadblocks in my project as well. So fear of change in a process. When I went to my manager, he said, no, this is not a proper way of improving the quality of recommendations. We need to improve this and that. But anyhow, there was a fear of change in everyone. So no initial cooperation from the manager as well. But after I explained what this can be done and how we can use this document for training freshers, he was a bit of convinced, and we moved forward on this project. So resources challenges for driving changes and time constraint with the employees. So I have to connect with the seniors on a weekly basis, and they would be busy many of the times. So time constraint, this is also one of the roadblock I have picked. So going to the business impact, I have a quantitative benefits on this, not a qualitative, as this is a small scale project. Of quantitative benefits, quite a few of them are. So first is improving first time correct recommendation will generate more sales and eventually a positive effect on CSAT. So we'll be getting up a CSAT of my particular view in the next quarter. So I'm waiting for that, and I'm hoping to get a better CSAT compared to the last quarter with this, with the help of this document. So improved customer trust, and this is very important in a service industry where we have to improve the grab the trust of the customer, and so that the customer may add in more scope in the future for you. Thank you. This is my project about. Please do like, share and comment on my video. Thank you.